What if the Titan Speaker Man never got infected? Why he say the Titan Speaker Man? Why he, you know what I'm saying? Why he just put what if Speaker Man never got infected? Anyways, we back with another unique cameraman. Nothing much to say besides that. My new episode of my series drops tomorrow. So make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all join the Discord. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a good episode. So I hope you guys watch it. Let's get into it.
Infection made a huge impact on the series, as not only did it result in the death of many Alliance members, but also Cinema Titan got taken down because of it.
True.
But what if the circumstances were different? What if the Speaker Titan never got infected? Would that make any difference? And if so, how? Okay, that's definitely not the question I should be asking, as we have to find out how the Speaker Titan would avoid getting infected in the first place.
By having awareness, by not being so cocky. I feel like there was a lot of ways he could have not got infected, but he did.
You see, in the original story, the Speaker Titan got infected due to the fact that there were 2 parasites sent to infect the Titan. Although he managed to remove one of them, the other was then able to infect him. Despite
he got duped out and faked.
Putting a lot of thought into this, I couldn't find the perfect method to stop this from happening. However, I came up with 3 silly methods by which the Speaker Titan could avoid getting infected. Firstly, we could assume that after removing the first parasite, the second one started taking effect. However, even before it completely takes over his body, he manages to remove the second one. Was that scenario cool? Well, no matter what, you have
regardless, I feel like he got 2 hands. He could have hit him, bro. He could have easily, whoa, why did he zoom into his junk? Bro, he could have easily hit a You know what I'm saying? No, he couldn't do that.
To hear the second one. In this case, instead of 2, the scientist only brought...
And no, chat, I'm not going to cut him no slack, bro. For what? Bro, if he doesn't get infected here, we eradicate most of the skibidi already, and all we got to do is face the Astros.
1 parasite, and thus the Speaker Titan removed it quite easily. Yeah, that one was obviously goofy. How about the third one? Well, I don't know. So this one should be your version of the story. What do you think is the best scenario for the Speaker Titan to avoid getting infected?
Honestly, so my biggest thing, and this was like one of my comments way earlier in the series, like when it was first coming out, I said it feels weird that Titan Cameraman always fights with his soldiers. Like he's super close with his soldiers, it feels like. And Speaker Man, up until like recently when like all the soldiers were dancing with him, it never really feel like he was that close to his soldiers. Like he doesn't really fight with them, like in tandem with them, do like combo moves with his like little versions. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't really like versus Plunger and Cameraman, like they're really close, and he fights a lot with his people, like literally in tandem. So like with the, you know, so I don't know. I just feel like if he had proper backup, he probably would never got infected.
Let's hear those thoughts. However, for this video, we will go with the first one. So, the Speaker Titan successfully removes the 2 parasites,
okay, so how does the series
and thus
change?
doesn't get infected. What happens next? Well, instead of attacking and destroying all the agents around, he would attack the scientist instead. But we all know the scientist would simply find a way to escape. However, in the next episode, instead of seeing G-Man and the Speaker Titan destroying the agents and their technology, we would get to see G-Man fight against the Speaker.
True, that is what...
Now, I don't really know the exact power levels of both of these characters. All I know for sure is that the Speaker Titan would be able to stall G-Man for a long time. With this, the agents would have enough time on their hands to perfect the electromagnetic disabler technology and would free a lot of their infected members. This also means that our dear YouTube headquarters would be safe, as Jimmy might not flex his lasers too much to do such a thing. Also, I believe we wouldn't lose this camera scientist, since G-Man is kind of occupied with the Speaker Titan. Another change is that the agents wouldn't bother to make a tank version of the disabler, since there is currently no use for it, at least for now. In the battle between the Speaker and G-Man, I think due to the fact that G-Man doesn't have a high AP, it is not far-fetched to believe that the base Speaker would overpower G-Man, and thus Jimmy would find a way to escape. Yeah, he's got that plot armor quite early in this story, right? Anyways, everything would probably go exactly as it did originally, with the TV race coming to aid the Alliance side, and we would also get introduced to their Titan. Titan TV would continue to clear the enemies, and then...
Would he become Cinema Man still, though? Or would they give those upgrades to Speaker Man?
He would be pushed to use his cinema form. However, at the end of the episode, instead of seeing the infected Speaker ready to fight the Cinema Titan, the infected Titan wouldn't even be there. because he would be obviously helping out the Alliance somewhere else. This is one of the many ways that things would be different in this version of the story, and I bet that you would be very happy about one change in particular. Anyways, since the Speaker Titan isn't infected in this story, the epic battle between Cinema and the Speaker Titan would not occur.
True.
Plus, I'm not quite sure if we would even get to see the Wastelands, since the Speaker was the one that lured Cinema Titan there. And of course, this vacuum toilet would also easily get destroyed by the TV. The other episodes pretty much continue similarly, with the only difference being that episode 49 wouldn't be that chaotic, as the Speaker would help fend off some attacks. Now, this is where all the fun stuff begins. In episode 50, we saw that the camera's base was under attack.
Yep.
And this brought out the upgraded version of Titan
Look at him
Cameraman
in
to
all his
stop this
glory.
attack. And that's exactly how it happened. However, contrary to the goal of the next few episodes, the Camera Titan and the agents wouldn't strive to revive the Speaker. Instead, they would try to find their way to unite. However, we all know this wouldn't be easy. And the reason for that is because instead of the scientists taking their time to upgrade the Speaker, they would use the technology to enhance the other mutants,
Indeed.
which means they would be much tougher and more difficult to handle in battle.
And also their special agents would be more crazy as well.
Yeah, that wouldn't be any problem for the Camera Titan. The Camera and Speaker
Yeah,
Titans
because at that point, the Camera Titan was easily one-tapping everything. Nobody could hold him at all.
would probably meet each other, but there would be something different since the mutants in this version of the story are quite stronger than they used to be. The Speaker Titan would be at a big disadvantage here, and would take a lot of damage. But still, that wouldn't stop the duo from taking down the enemies. But then a huge change happens in episode 65, where they have to fight against the fake G-Man. They probably still win this one.
I don't even know if they go this far, bro. I don't think they got to do all this. I think they probably run down on the base really early.
But it
Why-
comes
why
with
would they
even
wait?
more difficulty, since the Speaker Titan is a lot weaker for now. So this
And they would also have Cinnamon here as well. Why would he not be there?
victory only comes with the fact that the Camera Titan is a lot stronger than this G-Man. However, we shouldn't forget that what comes next is the Kamikaze. Exactly as it happened, the Titans would get caught up in this explosion. The Camera Titan would be severely injured, but the base Speaker Titan's injuries would be even greater, and this might even lead to his death.
I feel like that's a stretch. Like even for Speaker, that's a stretch. Speaker dying right here is crazy.
However, let's say he
Because if anything, he would have less attachments. He would be faster. He'd probably be able to dodge it.
survived with little life left in him. The Camera Titan would then try to carry him to safety. Everything would pretty much go the same way, with us seeing the trio ladies and the TV men's base. But another huge change in this version is that instead of the duo Titans fighting against the scientist, Titan Cinema Man would be the one in this position instead. However, one thing to note is that the scientist in this version wouldn't have the boombox since Titan TV didn't lose it in the story.
Yep.
So yeah, that is a major drawback for the scientist. But who is actually stronger between these two? To be honest, I'll slightly lean towards Cinema Titan because he has better defense and is kind of decent in attack. However, this wouldn't go so easily as the scientist would also have crazy technologies on him. I'm talking about launchers, blasters, acids.
It wouldn't have as much effectiveness though because they wouldn't know. Like they wouldn't have got as many wins. Like to know that they would have had plenty of more losses and less time to innovate. So I don't know, they would be a little stronger, but at the same time, I feel like they wouldn't be as potent, like as good at executing like the plans that they had originally because they would be on the back foot instead of the front foot.
I mean, he wouldn't come to the battle if he knew he would lose, right? But it doesn't matter who is stronger or weaker, as the Camera Titan would then storm in to help. And yeah, even though he is a bit damaged, it doesn't change the fact that the new duo would be a lot more powerful now they are fighting together. So ultimately, they would easily take down the scientist. But yeah, we all know he's a fake, right? And this was only a robot skin of him, so he still escapes. Yeah, are you guys noticing something here? Anyways, the story could also go either way, and Jimmy would then come in to aid the scientist in the battle. But there would be some small changes with him due to the fact that he never encountered the TV Titan. He would still be able to use his eye lasers and wouldn't be wearing those glasses, which, not gonna lie, would make him lose some of his riz. Another thing to consider is that he would be a lot weaker in this timeline, due to the lack of combat experience and information from the Titans, since he barely fought any of them. So even though G-Man came, it wouldn't change anything since he would still end up retreating. But which version do you think suits the story more? Let us know in the comments. It doesn't matter which way the battle ends because what comes next would be really difficult for the Titans to cope with. As now, we move on to the Astro Toilets. Would the combined force of cinema and camera titans be able to hold up the Astro Arc? I mean, you don't have to miss the new upgraded form of the Speaker Titan, right? Yeah, with the way I'm sounding, you know we're going for another 2,000 likes for part 2, right? However, check out this video to see me rank the strongest core types in the entire Skibbity.
I don't know, man. What did y'all think? What did y'all think? Honestly, bro, if he never got affected, I think the series would end a lot quicker with the Astros winning probably at the end because they would be too strong, like, by that point. But let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.